Okay, well, we're here on day one of the Smarter E Europe 2025 in Munich. And there's a whole lot of new solar innovations on show, not least at Fraunhofer ISE's booth, where Dr. Harry Wirth is with me to show us a few of them. So, Harry, first we have this nice rooftop setup. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
Yes, well, people want to produce electricity on their roofs, but they also want to have some aesthetic products. They don't want to have the PV modules destroy the aesthetics of the roof. So what we did is we tried to integrate highly efficient solar cells into products that are that imitate the color and the structure of building materials. In this case, we have three different prototypes. On the very far side, it's a flat panel where we did some cell interconnection by shingling, avoiding these reflective metals that would be a problem for the aesthetics, which fits very well into black roofs. And on this side, we have a structured product that really imitates the structure of roof tiles. So we laminated the solar cells in a way that follows the form. And at the bottom, we also introduced a color layer. This color is based on a bionic application of the so-called morphocolor. It's an interference reflector, and it costs only about 4 to 8% relative in terms of efficiency. So the solar cells are pretty much the same efficiency that they used to have, but the color can match the roof color very well.
And these modules, these cells, look like they're quite flexible. How did you manage kind of to make that? Is it a silicon cell still?
Yes, indeed. They are silicon cells. They are very thin, and we choose the proper string architecture to follow this function.
Uh-huh. And we have a sort of a nice terracotta rooftop color here. You can do this in other colors as well, as I understand. Is that right?
Indeed. By controlling the thicknesses of the color layers and the nanostructure, we can basically produce any color of the rainbow.
Okay, wow. Well, thanks very much. Well, also here at the Fraunhofer ISE booth, we have some new innovations in the space of agrivoltaics and some testing and work done. Harry, can you tell us a bit more about this, please?
Sure. So PV can do more than just electricity. PV can also use the same land as agriculture, so it does not need to stop agricultural applications. So these combinations are now better and better understood. And for this understanding, we need models that help us to predict the light distribution on the soil. We need models that help us to predict the humidity distribution, the temperature distribution, and really models to predict the plant growth. And when we put all this together, we understand how much light we get in the modules, we understand how the plants can grow. We can optimize this to have optimum electricity yield and optimum plant growth, which then leads to a certain strategies to move trackers so that plants get the light when they need it most, and we get the most electricity when it is most valuable, for example. And of course, we can compare different system designs. On the far side is the vertical system, then we have the track system, and then we have a fixed system with semi-transparent modules. Which agriculture fits best with which system? These are the questions, and I guess that we will see a lot of agricultural applications in the far future.
Indeed, there's a lot of different models, and I think can be very different depending on what you are growing underneath the models. Are you focused on any crop in particular here?
Well, we have seen in Germany that the application with orchards and with vineyards are the most interesting. In terms of cost, they don't need that high structures. And in terms of synergies, because these crops actually are partially covered by the PV modules, and they are protected. They are protected from heavy weather, they are protected from rain on the leaves, which then has proved that people need to apply less fungicides, so less chemistry to protect the plants because they don't get that wet. So in this application, we have a very high level of synergies between agriculture and PV.
Okay, thanks, Harry. Great to see a bit of this agrivoltaics innovations at Fraunhofer ISE here at the Smarter E.